Oh boy. That feeling when you promise to make a video or get out a video in time and then you're just too fucking tired to do it. Oh fuck. Well, here goes nothing. Right, that's the thing. That's the thing, man. Animated texture. Oh no, well, let me try to explain this. So, first off, it's a lucky block, right? Some part of the texture is static, doesn't move, which would be the top side, and the bottom side as well. Doesn't change at all. But the thing you revolve around it is revolving. And well, how does that work? It's pretty simple. First thing you gotta know is this is not a block, right? It's an entity. Let's spawn this. Alright, I guess you saw it there for a frame. Spawn this like any other entity, and yeah, these are invisible villagers. Doesn't matter what it is, really. The only thing that matters is that they are upside down, and you achieve that by giving them the name Dinnerbone. And then you want to make sure that they don't have any AI, so they don't turn their head in awkward directions, like, you know, slightly tilted upwards, downwards, because that would make it look like, well, not make it look like a block anymore. So make sure they have no AI, make them invisible, make sure the name's Dinnerbone, and give them a player head. That's all there is to this method, really. Special thing here is that sorry. There's a timer, timed skill here, a time mechanic, which is changing the head that the mob is wearing, and that happens 8 times each 2 seconds. And if you're crazy enough to count what's going on here, you will have noticed that there are in fact 8 different textures. That's essentially just what's happening here, that 8 different mob heads, which are changed each 2 ticks, I believe, or 5 ticks. Nah, it's gotta be 2 ticks. On a different note, I don't really care how much ticks there are right now, though. You know, it's set to just offset the texture on the sides by 1 pixel. You know, which each texture change, which gives you the impression of scrolling. Right, and that's what happens with that. It scrolls through, and this is supposed to look like the blocks in Super Mario Brothers that scroll, but I'm not even sure which of the Super Mario Brothers series that was actually. Believe it was Super Mario World, but I don't know. Doesn't matter. But it's same thing. Okay, same thing. And these things obviously still work too. No, it's scary. Yeah, so that happened, I guess. So yeah, and I mean, there's a shit ton of potential stuff you could do with this. You could make credit to Delta Notch, by the way, for the mix that is playing in the background. Really great guy. You know, you could potentially make like mobs that emote during combat, like you could change their texture based on what they're gonna do. Well, not the entire texture, but rather just well, what's the name? Just the head. This doesn't work for textures at all. It's just for player heads. And yeah, you could change them to make them like emote. Oh, I'm glad that worked. Oh, fuck my life. Or well, I guess there's like shit tons of things you could like simulate it with this. Gotta give a lot of credit to, I believe the name was Eternia from the MythicMobs forums, which came up with this idea in the first place to turn mobs upside down by naming them to my bone, making them invisible, and then I believe his original idea was to make bees and birds, or turtles, mostly turtles. Those were awesome. Which immediately led me to trying to make this with the invisible villagers. So yeah, gotta give credit to that guy. He made a great tutorial on the MythicMobs forums. Gotta check that out. It's pretty easy to comprehend too. Although this does not cover what I'm doing here, it's a different story. So yeah, go ahead, try and use that in your MythicMob creations, and I guess I'll see you around. And if you need me, you know where I am, you know how to reach me. See you later, guys. Thanks so much for watching.